welcome back to the channel. If you are new, thank you for coming, and if you're an old subscriber, thank you for coming back again. So let us get right into this glam. Now you guys already know my process. First of all, cleanse, moisturize, prime, your spray, your hydrating spray, and then we are getting into foundation application. And now I am using the MAC foundation on her skin. Let me let you guys know beforehand that this is going to be a full glam. So after foundation application, I'm going to be using this MAC concealer underneath her eyes and around the highlighted areas of her face. Once I am done placing my concealer, I am going to let it sit for a little while and then start blending. The reason why I am letting it sit for a while is because I want even more coverage. This concealer is lightweight, so to get even more coverage, I have to let it sit for a little while. When I use the Kevin Aucoin concealer, I do not let it sit because that concealer is very thick, right? So now once I'm done blending the concealer, I'm going to be setting the under eyes with this Fenty Beauty powder. I think I'm using the shade 140 underneath the eyes. I like to use this powder underneath the eyes because it has full coverage and also has this smooth effect. So that is why I use this powder underneath the eyes. So after applying this powder underneath the eyes, I am going to be using the Huda Beauty setting powder all over her skin. Ask me why I am using Huda Beauty setting powder all over her skin instead of me just going right into using a foundation powder. The reason is because I am going to be layering products, so I don't want my base to be so heavy. So if you don't want your base to be very heavy, use a translucent powder. Now I'm going to be using this bushy bronzer to contour and warm up her face. I'm also going to be using this blush from New Black Cosmetics, and I'm going to be blending very well. Before I forget, I am working alongside Glam by AUD. Glam by AUD is a hair vendor and also an hairstylist based in Dubai. So if you need an hairstylist or you need to buy real original hair, hook up with her. Now I am going in with my Huda Beauty powder to set the under eyes. Remember what I said about setting and baking? They are two different things. I am setting the under eyes. I am on to brows, and if you see and look at her brows very well, her brows is very darker than the actual color of the hair. So I'm using a very different approach to these brows. Now I am first of all going to be concealing the brows, and then I'm going to be outlining the brows, that is creating the shape that I want for the brows with my Davis pencil very lightly. My model has a microbladed brows already, so now I am using a powder to tint the brows to the exact color that I want. So I'm working with the color of the root of the hair color. That is what we're trying to achieve. So you can use a foundation, you can use a powder, but I choose to use a powder because I want the brows to be matte and not greasy. I would have used a brow gel, a tinted brow gel, but the one I have is quite dark and it will not just work. So I had to improvise and use a powder, and it gave me what I wanted. I'm going to be using the ZKL Cosmetics eyeshadow for the entire eye look. We struggled with lighting, guys. Like, the lighting just kept changing. Like, it was so crazy, it was so frustrating. So that is the reason why you need to support me, because what goes on behind the scene, I cannot even say it sometimes. Please subscribe, like, comment, share my content, guys. This will mean a lot to me. Now I started with the transitioning color, and then I'm going in with a deep burgundy shade at the outer V. As you can see, I am blending outwards. Now I'm going in with a very deep plump eyeshadow that looks almost like black, but it is not black at all, just at the outer V again. Now I'm going in with a burgundy or a deep bronzy shimmery eyeshadow at the middle of the lids. Once I'm done blending the eyeshadow at the middle of the lids, I'm going to be blending the concealer at the beginning first before I apply my powder. So the powder I'm using is the same powder I use underneath the eyes, which is the shade 140 Fenty Beauty foundation powder for the eyes. That is what I'm using right now. You can also decide to use a matte eyeshadow, but I prefer using powder for this step. Now I am using a brown eyeliner. The brown eyeliner I am using is from Beauty Bay, and I'm using the Gucci bronzer just to smudge underneath the eyes. Once I'm done with all of that, I'm going to be cutting the eyeshadow. What I mean by cutting is that I am going to be redefining the eyeshadow to make it even more feline, even more sharp. As you can see, if you do not know how to do that, I have a video on my shorts that is well detailed about how you can cut your eyeshadow to look like this. Now once I am done, I'm going to be cleaning up the excess, making sure that everything is really nice, looking really clean. Now I'm going to be using our soon to be launched lashes. So if you do not already know, I own a lash brand and we are rebranding and we are going to be launching in December, guys. I'm so excited. So much work has been done, has been put to place, and I cannot wait for it to actualize, and I cannot wait to start selling again. And this lash, I think it's in the shade Winnie. So this is my own personal lash style that I like. So when we launch, guys, who want to patronize me, patronize the brand, we're going to be able to ship worldwide by God's grace. Yes. So I added more blush, and I'm using the Glam pink setting powder underneath the eyes, and also to cancel any form of harsh blush that I have applied earlier on. So these things actually happen. So if you make any mistake with too much product, you can always cancel it out with a neutralizing product, either a setting powder, a white setting powder, a pink setting powder, or just a normal translucent powder. You can always do that to cancel anything that you want to cancel. Now I'm using the NYX, the NYX lip pencil, just to line the lips first of all, and then I'm going to be using the AG Bloom liquid matte lip stain. I'm going to be mixing this lip stain with my concealer. Yes guys, and make sure that before you mix anything on your hands needs to be sanitized. It is very important, guys. So now I'm just blending it out, and then after blending, I'm going to be using this pink lip gloss from BT Uganda. This is really nice. So I think it has the same effect with the Fenty lip gloss, the pink Fenty lip gloss. Yeah, it does have the same kind of effect, but it is not a dupe. And now I'm going to be using the Fenty lip gloss on this lip, and as you can see, it looks really yummy. Now I'm going back in with the NYX pencil again, just to redefine the lips even more, just to make sure that it looks really structured. And I'm blending, making sure that there are no harsh lines. I'm going to be spraying the Revolution Pro Hyaluronic Spray on her face. This is a hydrating spray, and it's very good and quite affordable. I'm drying it up, and then I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. I'm going to be applying very little because that is not the look I'm going for. Like, I don't want too much highlighter. Like, the eyes, it's already strong, the lips is already strong, so, and the skin too is already strong, so I just want something really subtle. I'm blending and also going back again with the Glam pink setting powder because I want like a pink under eye look. So I'm going back again, just blending. Like, you know the vibe now, you have to like really blend. Once I've achieved what I wanted to achieve, I'm going to be spraying with the So Pro setting spray, and I'm going to be finishing up this look with the e.l.f. brow tamer. So after using the brow tamer, I realized that some of the brow hairs need to like be lightened a bit, so I went back in with the same powder and then just used hair like strokes just to like make them even. I was satisfied with the look, and I let Glam by AUD finish up the hair. And guys, that is the finished look. Please subscribe to the channel, book us, and thank you for watching, guys.